there's a storm brewing, a cultural hurricane fueled by ideology and enforced by shame. The tyranny of the perpetually offended, silencing dissent in the name of progress. It's a dangerous detour from individual responsibility and authentic living. Unwokism reclaims compassion and social justice, pushing back against suffocating orthodoxy defining our values and identities. Embrace individual responsibility, personal accountability, and meaning in a chaotic world. Unwokism is a resurgence, a call to arms for those who refuse to be silenced. The modern world seems intent on demonizing masculinity. It paints traditional male virtues, strength, stoicism, ambition, as toxic relics of a bygone era. Boys are told to suppress their natural instincts, to apologize for their very existence. Is it any wonder we're facing a crisis of masculinity? Young men are adrift, lacking strong role models and starved for a sense of purpose. They're told that their masculinity is inherently problematic, that their desire for competition and risk-taking is something to be ashamed of. This emasculation leaves a void, a hunger for meaning that often manifests in destructive ways. We must remember that masculinity is not toxic. It is essential. It is the driving force behind every great civilization, every act of heroism, every innovation that has propelled humanity forward. We need to reclaim a healthy vision of masculinity, one that embraces both strength and compassion, stoicism and sensitivity. We need to teach our boys to be strong, to be courageous, to be protectors and providers, but also to be kind, to be empathetic, to be forces for good in the world. The woke movement thrives on fear and intimidation. It seeks to silence dissenting voices, to shame those who dare to question its dogma. This tyranny of the mob is the very antithesis of true progress. It stifles intellectual curiosity, discourages critical thinking, and ultimately leads to a society of mindless followers. The pressure to conform is immense, especially in the age of social media, where every misstep can be amplified and weaponized. This creates a culture of self-censorship, where people are afraid to speak their minds for fear of being ostracized, canceled, or even worse. But true strength lies in the courage to stand alone, to speak your truth, even when your voice shakes. It lies in the willingness to challenge the status quo, to question received wisdom, and to think for yourself, even when it's uncomfortable or unpopular. We must resist the urge to silence dissenting voices. We must create spaces where open dialogue is encouraged, where different perspectives are valued, and where the pursuit of truth trumps the fear of offense. Deep within every man resides a hero, a warrior waiting to be awakened. This is not a call to violence, but a call to action. It's a call to embrace the challenges of life with courage and determination, to stand up for what you believe in, and to fight for what matters most. The modern world has made it easy to become complacent, to slip into a life of comfort and mediocrity. But true fulfillment comes from embracing responsibility, from pushing your limits, from striving for excellence in all that you do. This is your birthright as a man, to be strong, to be courageous, to be a force for good in the world. It's time to reclaim this birthright, to step into your power, and to embrace the hero within. Embrace the challenges that life throws your way. Seek out opportunities for growth, for adventure, for pushing your limits. Don't shy away from responsibility, but embrace it. This is how you forge your character. This is how you find your purpose. This is how you become the man you were meant to be. We live in a world obsessed with appearances, with curated online personas and the relentless pursuit of external validation. This superficiality breeds insecurity, anxiety, and a deep sense of shame. The antidote to this malaise is authenticity. Authenticity means being true to yourself, even when it's difficult, even when it means going against the grain. It means embracing your flaws, owning your mistakes, and refusing to apologize for who you are. This doesn't mean indulging your every whim or disregarding the feelings of others. True authenticity requires self-discipline, self-awareness, and a commitment to personal growth. It means striving to be the best version of yourself, not for the approval of others, but because it's the right thing to do. Authenticity is a journey, not a destination. It requires constant self-reflection, a willingness to confront your shadows, and the courage to live in accordance with your values, even when it's uncomfortable. The media plays a powerful role in shaping our perceptions of masculinity. From Hollywood blockbusters to social media influencers, we are bombarded with images of what it means to be a man. Often these images are distorted, unrealistic, and ultimately harmful. On the one hand, we have the hyper-masculine action hero, the stoic, muscle-bound archetype who solves every problem with violence and bravado. On the other hand, we have the emasculated, feminized male, the bumbling fool who is constantly being outwitted and outsmarted by women. These caricatures do a disservice to men and women alike. They perpetuate harmful stereotypes and contribute to the very anxieties and insecurities that plague modern men. We need to be critical consumers of media, to recognize the agendas at play, and to seek out alternative narratives that celebrate the full spectrum of masculinity. We need to support creators who are telling authentic stories about men, stories that reflect the complexity, the strength, and the sensitivity that define true manhood. The world needs strong, authentic men. Men who are grounded in their values, who are committed to personal responsibility, and who are willing to stand up for what they believe in. This is not about returning to some imagined golden age, but about forging a new path forward. It's about creating a world where men and women can work together, each contributing their unique strengths and perspectives. It starts with individual transformation, with each man who embraces his authentic self, who steps into his power, who commits to living a life of purpose and meaning. The ripple effects are felt throughout society. Be the change you want to see in the world. Be a positive role model for your sons, your brothers, your friends. Mentor young men, share your wisdom, and help them navigate the challenges of manhood. The unwoke future is not a dystopian nightmare, but a beacon of hope. It is a future where men are free to embrace their masculinity, and where truth is pursued with courage and conviction. Men and women can work together as equals, each contributing their unique strengths. Compassion and strength are complementary forces that drive progress. This is the future we must fight for. It will not be easy, but with courage and conviction, we can create a world where authenticity reigns. Choose wisely. Choose courage. Choose authenticity. Choose the unwoke future, my dear pupils. Let's fight this cultural suicide.